Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. This is Law 254, your favorite legal show that seeks to demystify the law, give you useful tips and guidance on how you can interact with the law on a day-to-day basis, basically putting the law in your hands. I'm Wakili Kitty. I'm an advocate of the High Court, and today we want to talk about a somber issue, and this is an issue with regards to letters of administration. And some things, some hacks that as a person who is bereaved, you can use to have peace of mind and to safeguard the estate of the deceased. So when a person dies, usually they leave family members. So they leave the wife, the spouse, and the children. And this person sometimes has brothers and sisters who might not have good intentions. They might want to come up and take up the property of the deceased. They might want to take letters of administration of the deceased so that they can take up the property of the deceased at the disadvantage of the kids or the spouse. So today I want to give you a tip that is very, very useful. That after mzee ameenda and when you're grieving, you don't have to be worried about someone taking over property that belonged to mzee. You don't have to be worried about people taking advantage of the situation and zooming into the property of mzee and taking it away. So the first thing that you need to do after mzee amekufa and the dust has settled, and while you're still mourning, is to lodge something called a caveat at the registry, at the principal registry for succession in the region that mzee has a lot of estate in. So you lodge a caveat. The caveat basically is a document that says that you need to be notified whenever anyone lodges an application for letters of administration. Most times people lodge applications for grant of letters of administration in a secretive manner. Those people who have ulterior motives lodge that application in a secretive manner. So when you lodge a caveat, the registrar of that registry is legally bound to ensure that they do not proceed with the application without notifying all the caveators that had lodged that caveat. So while you're still grieving and you don't want to worry too much about other people taking advantage of the estate of your father, you lodge this caveat. You will pay the prescribed fee, and then you will be issued with an acknowledgement note. Now, once you lodge that, anytime an application comes in, the registrar is legally bound to reach out to you and tell you, hey, there's someone here who has lodged a petition to be given the authority or letters of grant of administration to administer the estate of your father. And then they also give you a duration of time, 30 days, upon which you need to respond. So once you put in the caveat and someone lodges in that application, you will be served with that application by the registrar himself. So you look at the petition and see the contents of what this person is seeking. It could be an auntie, it could be a brother to your father, it could be another sibling who had ulterior motives to take over the estate all for himself without consulting you. So once you're served with that petition, you look at it, and then legally you are expected to lodge something called an answer to that petition and a cross petition. So an answer to that petition basically answers the claims of this other person that and why you don't want them to be given the letters of administration or the authority to administer the estate of your father. And then the cross petition basically is you saying your preferred person to actually be given that authority. So it could be you or it could be someone else. So you're given 30 days to put in your notice of objection to their petition, and also now you to put in your answer to the petition and the cross petition. So before the lapse of 30 days or whatever period that the registrar might communicate, no one will be able to be given the grant of representation. But remember, if that 30 period lapses and you had put in a caveat and you've not issued an objection, then the proceedings, the succession proceedings, will proceed as normal, and your objection then will have no effect. So I thought that is very, very important. Also, what is very important is the law provides for people of goodwill to also inform the registrars of succession of any information that they have concerning the particular estate of the deceased. So say hata wewe you did not put in any caveat, someone else, a person of goodwill who knows your family, can actually write to the registrar and put in a summons together with an affidavit saying that I know this family, and right now I've heard that the auntie, that by the auntie I mean the brother to the deceased, the sister to the deceased, has put in letters of administration, and yet the children are there and the children do not know. So even this power is also vested to other third parties of goodwill to inform the registry of happenings in the estate of the deceased, so that they can safeguard the true beneficiaries of that estate. So I hope I have been grateful. In the event that you did not put in a caveat and the time has lapsed, so in the event you put in a caveat and that duration has lapsed, the 30 days duration has lapsed without you putting your answer to the petition and cross petition, there is still room for you to request the registrar to be given more time so that you can put in the answer to the petition and cross petition. This is important because in the current day scenario, a lot of people are taking advantage. When someone dies, unapata was the brothers who are not beneficiaries to the estate, or even the parents, or even external people want to take advantage of that situation and take up property that belongs to the estate of the deceased at the disadvantage of the children of the deceased or the spouse of the deceased. So I hope I've been helpful, and as always, we'll be happy to help. These are things that we do all the time. We help people lodge caveats. We help people draft petitions for letters of administration. We help people seek extensions of time whenever they're out of time with regards to succession matters we mediate. So I mean, as always, we'll be happy to help if you reach out to us. Making these videos is not very easy, especially sometimes when you don't get direct pay, but we enjoy sharing legal information to people so that they can get empowered. So if you feel that we're doing a good job, kindly hit the subscribe button and share this video to people that you know might find this information useful. Thank you. May God bless you. Cheers.